What's up, you guys? Hold up. Hold up. You should have broke it. No, you didn't. Right. Okay, guys, I'm back with that gameplay. Um, wait. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Wait. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear me, but I'm finna take this up and yeah.
Welcome, basketball fans, to a very special Veterans Day edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. The fans are making noise here inside the Oracle Arena for their Warriors. Look at San Antonio. Well, guys, at this point, while still many things can change, their record is not on par with their performance last year. Maybe a cause for concern, but something they are well aware of.
When I look at San Antonio, they've still managed a lot of positive results this season, but maybe not just as much success as they had in mind.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, if you had asked them before the season where they expected to be in the standings at this point, I'd say it was probably higher than where they are right now.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the floor for San Antonio. Down low, it's Duncan and Splitter. Green team with Leonard on the wings. And it's Parker in at the one. Well, you look at the numbers for the Warriors last season. Their offense revolved around Steph Curry and Joseph Brown.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Kevin. The numbers were staggering. I mean, with Curry on the floor, they were right at the top of the league in offensive efficiency. When he sat down, they were the worst. A lot was on his shoulders, and he carried that burden well.
Duncan outside. Here's Leonard and Steph Curry with the foul.
A couple of back-to-back fouls for him. He's going to have to be very careful the way he's playing.
Shaun Livingston, he's checked in for Steph Curry. We're about 1 minute into the first. Leonard against Iguodala, and he gets it to go. Leonard's got his first points in this one.
And Curry not just a factor offensively with his scoring, of course, but driving, making plays for others. And I think that allowed Curry to take on a larger playmaking role. He showed he was ready for that. Gotta love the use of the bounce pass there. Perfect feed.
Parker drives in. He kicks it to Splitter. Parker left side. There's the dish to Green. 6 to shoot. Puts up a 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
You talk about all of the gaudy numbers for Curry last season. Extremely impressive offensively. But there's one number he'd like to cut down on, and that's the turnovers. Second most in the league last season. And he'd be the first to tell you he knows he can do better, and I'm confident he will. Now, that's what I'm talking about. That's how you do it. Find a gap in the defense and attack that rim with force.
He is so good at doing just that.
Maybe as good as anybody. Just so athletic and strong.
And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Golden State's head coach and I were able to chat. I asked him what they needed to key in on defensively, and he said, well, we've got to limit penetration by Tony Parker. He's really the, quote, head of the snake, and with his floater, he doesn't need to get all the way to the rim to score. It's crucial that we do our best to keep him outside the lane. Guys, that's no easy assignment. We'll see how much success they have defensively.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Lee gets the bucket.
You got to put bodies on the glass right there. They just are not getting it done on the boards.
Yeah, they've got to do a much better job of going harder than that to the glass.
Now here's Parker. He picked up 21 points in their last win against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
Did a great job picking the defense apart, too. It wasn't just his scoring. Give him credit for his passing in that game, too.
To the left side wing. Livingston kicks to Iguodala. And Splitter pulls it down.
You know, Golden State historically has always been a dangerous offensive team, but it's really their defensive improvement that triggered their elevation into the upper echelon of the NBA.
And so it's Golden State with it. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Livingston kicks to Iguodala. Thompson dishes to Lee. Some nice passing by Golden State. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
I had a chance to check out some numbers for Duncan. Coming off an excellent season last year, averaged about 15 points a game last year, 9 rebounds and 3 assists. And he gives them a nice rotation underneath with his size.
Well, not a lot is lost, Steve, when he comes in to relieve the starting bigs.
Andrew Bogut checked in for Lee. Iguodala outside. Now Thompson. Really played well against Phoenix in his last outing. Baseline J on the way. Another shot, and it's laid in by Bogut.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, I mean, they're just getting pounded in there. The defense not offering much resistance. They've got to force the ball back out to the perimeter.
Goes up.
Oh, get it! Oh, watch out now. And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
Those are phenomenal dunks to watch. So much fun.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Spates checked in for Green, and it's Barnes in for Klay Thompson. And so here is Golden State following the three-pointer by Tony Parker. Spates with a screen on Green. Iguodala kicks to Barnes. Iguodala outside. The three. Shot is no good. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
And it was the role players in that game, Kevin, that really led the charge. The guys who normally don't score a lot, they came in and really contributed.
A total team performance, Steve, the kind you need if you're going to win on the opponent's home floor.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
And the points they're getting in the lane will really help them open up the floor.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
58 seconds left to play in the first. And here's Barnes for three. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston.
Boy, what a fantastic opening quarter for them.
Yeah, it sure has been. Look at the lead they've jumped out to already. Impressive.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
Well, you talk about the elite point guards in the NBA. A lot of times Tony Parker's name gets overlooked. Something about playing in San Antonio seems to keep you off the radar, but make no mistake, Parker is a true star and, most importantly, a proven winner.
Usually free throws are a formality for him, and for the most part today, they have been. I didn't expect that result when he stepped up there.
And Parker Clark, a six-time All-Star, three-time NBA champion, heavily decorated player.
Yeah, he really is, and he's shooting to become the Spurs' first 20-year guy. Now, how crazy would that be? I mean, he came to the Spurs at 19, so he's got an outside chance.
Yep.
And the way Pop manages minutes for his guys. He thinks he can play at a high level for a long time. That'll be fun to watch to see if it happens that way.
Good story. You're right.
Yeah.
Andre Iguodala, a free agent going into last season. He showed a lot of patience, even letting more lucrative offers lapse as he held out for the slim chance that the Warriors could clear the space to sign him.
Now here's Green. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
And he did some nice work on the boards too, Kevin. That was definitely a factor in that game as well.
Here is Livingston. Here's Spates. And again, no good by Golden State.
Really high-quality shot there, just a little off with his release.
That miss right there will definitely leave him shaking his head.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. The Warriors on top, up 7. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break.
This Thursday night, November 13th, the Chicago Bulls take on Kyle Lowry and the Toronto Raptors. Live from Air Canada Centre, it's the real deal.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
Big boost from their bench there, guys, in that first quarter. They did a nice job coming in and really giving this team a lift.
Yeah, it's a nice attribute to have. Firepower coming off the pine early. That's good stuff.
Curry and Thompson, the Splash Brothers in the backcourt. Barnes and Green, the forward tandem. And it's Lee in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Warriors' 5. Parker against Curry. Goes up from the top of the key. Parker's shot is off.
And it is very dangerous to leave him open like that.
Parker against Curry. Lee sets a screen for Curry. Back to Lee. Clock at 6. Right side Curry. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Curry's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Warriors. This past offseason, the Spurs found themselves with a bit of wiggle room when it came to the salary cap.
For so long, Kevin, they've been able to only make moves through the draft, and with minor adjustments, they really do well, but the flexibility was new to them, and I'm sure they'll take full advantage of it.
And the call will be against Tony Parker. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Thompson misses.
Well, for the Spurs, who knows what the future holds. It's an aging team, but they do have some players to build around. And so they could have gone in any direction with their cap space.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, guys, going into last year's NBA Finals, Tim Duncan gave the Heat some bulletin board material. He said, quote, "We're happy that it's them," and promised, quote, "We have 4 more games to win. We'll do it this time." A rare show of bravado, but as teammates will tell you, beneath his icy exterior, he's one of the most competitive people you'll ever meet. Kevin, he's got the championships to prove it.
They redeemed themselves, Doris, and now look to repeat. Thanks.
You know, with the Spurs and their offseason options, it's actually going to get more flexible after the end of the 2015 season when they can practically build their entire team from scratch. Almost 0 salary commitments for them at the end of the 2015 season.
These teams were last season's best passers. The squads with the most assists in the NBA. Number 1, the Spurs.
Wasn't it fun to watch this club, the way they moved the ball and shared it and played so unselfishly? That's why you saw those great assist numbers.
Curry against Parker. Curry, a screen on Green. Up off the screen. And there's the bucket. It is Green finishes it off.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They sure are. That's 3 straight buckets that have come off of assists.
It's Parker outside, and it's